All right, today we're diving into a startup called HoroPay. And they're trying to solve a problem that's absolutely massive in informal economies, not just in one country, but all over the world. It all comes down to one simple thing: trust.
You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. You pay for something up front, you make a deal, and then you just wait. And maybe it's super late, or even worse, it just never shows up. It's frustrating, for sure, but sometimes it's way more than just an inconvenience.
I mean, check out this example from HoroPay's founder. It just hits the nail on the head. A simple catering order gone wrong isn't just about losing a few bucks. It can completely wreck a major event, mess up your reputation, and cause a ton of stress. And for millions of people, this isn't some rare thing. It's just how business is done every single day.
So these little frustrations, they're really just the tip of the iceberg. They're symptoms of a much deeper problem, a world of broken promises. So what's the deal here? Well, in Pakistan's huge informal economy, and a lot of places like it, business is still sealed with a handshake. To get an order started, buyers have to put down a deposit, something called token money. The whole transaction then just hangs on a verbal promise, which, leaves everybody wide open to risk.
And when these broken promises aren't the exception, but the rule, well, that creates a crisis. It's not just about individual deals anymore. It starts to poison the entire system. HoroPay has a great name for it: the trust deficit.
And let's be clear, this trust deficit isn't just about hurt feelings. It's a real concrete wall holding back economic progress. I mean, if you can't trust people to deliver, you're going to think twice before you hire someone new or expand your business. And that fear, it just stifles growth for everybody.
And this thing, it cuts both ways. As a buyer, you risk losing your token money on a job that's late or never happens, and good luck getting that deposit back. But think about the sellers. They can do all the work, deliver a perfect product, and then the buyer can just refuse to pay the rest. It's basically a high-stakes gamble every single time.
So, with a problem this big, this baked into the culture, how do you even start to fix it? Well, HoroPay's whole approach is to basically engineer trust back into the system using two really smart core ideas.
What's so cool about HoroPay's solution is how simple it is. They're not trying to invent a new currency or create some crazy legal system. Nope. They just introduced two powerful tools, one to protect the money and another to make sure deadlines actually mean something.
Protect your payment, enforce deadlines, build trust. I mean, it's perfect, right? Each part of that phrase is a direct answer to a huge failure in the current system. It's a really clear promise to fix what is fundamentally broken.
Okay, so the first system is all about protecting that advance payment. Now, instead of trying to build their own payment app, HoroPay does something really clever. They use trusted companies like JazzCash or Stripe to act as a neutral middleman. The buyer's advance payment gets held safely in a digital escrow, and it only gets released when both the buyer and seller say, "Yep, the job's done." Just like that, the buyer's risk of getting scammed, gone.
But this second system, this is the real game changer. Before any work even begins, both sides agree on a deadline, and they agree on a penalty if that deadline is missed. So if the seller is late, the system just automatically applies the penalty. There are no arguments, no excuses. It's a consequence that everyone agreed to from the start. And that creates this massive financial incentive to actually be on time.
Okay, but you might be wondering, how does HoroPay actually know if a deal was done on time? How does it all work without being scammed? Well, that's where the technology comes in. HoroPay uses this really smart two-level system. For most deals, it's simple. The seller just uploads some proof, like a photo with a timestamp. An AI zips through, analyzes it, and verifies it's legit. That handles the vast majority of cases super fast. But if things get complicated or there's a dispute, the case gets kicked up to a real human review team to make a fair call. It's the perfect blend of speed and human judgment.
And of course, the platform is packed with all the other stuff you'd expect: secure logins, push notifications to keep everyone updated, even rewards for being a loyal user. And those partnerships with the big payment companies, that's the glue that holds it all together and makes it work so smoothly.
So this sounds like a fantastic idea for society, but can it actually make money? Let's look at how HoroPay plans to turn accountability into a sustainable business.
The first way they make money is super simple. For every single deal that uses their escrow service, HoroPay takes a tiny 1% fee from the advance payment. It's a small, low-friction charge that gives them a steady stream of revenue on every single transaction. Now, the second revenue stream, this is where the model gets really interesting. When a penalty gets charged because a deadline was missed, HoroPay takes a 30% cut.
Think about that. Their own success is directly tied to their mission. The better they are at making people stick to their promises, the more money they make.
So you can see how the whole business model fits together. The main chunk of their income is designed to come from that penalty share, while the little advance fee provides a nice, stable foundation. The company literally profits by making the entire economy more accountable. It's brilliant.
And look, this isn't just some pipe dream. The project already has real-world validation. They've secured $500,000 Pakistani rupees in seed funding from an accelerator called Spark Tank Pakistan. That's enough to build out their prototype and prove that the concept works.
So what about the competition? I mean, surely someone else is doing this. Well, kind of, but not really. You've got platforms like escrow.com, but that's for big, formal, high-value deals. Upwork and Fiverr are just for online freelance gigs, and then there are apps like Forfeit, but that's for like personal goals. HoroPay is totally unique because it's built for real-world, offline deals, and its secret sauce is that auto-penalty system. The founder really says it best. Right now, there is no direct competition. HoroPay has this massive first-mover advantage. They're solving a problem that everybody knows exists, but nobody else has tackled in quite this way.
And that leaves us with this one, really fascinating thought. HoroPay isn't just trying to be another payment app, it's trying to fundamentally shift the culture of how business gets done by making every promise trackable and every deadline matter. So the real question is, what would our world look like if every single handshake deal was actually backed by unbreakable trust?